What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Gabby and you're watching The Gift of Gab. So today's video is going to be about wedding planning and 10 things that I wish I had known, or 10 things that I think would help the next person who's planning a wedding. So I have the things written down over here beside me on my script. So, if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. Just want to let you know so that you're not confused about like, girl, what are you looking at? So anyway, let's get down to number one. The first thing that I would say is make sure that you are being flexible. Being flexible mentally, being flexible in your time frames, just being flexible 100%. As a former bride, one of the things that I was trying to do was plan everything to a T, and then when things didn't go the way that I wanted them to, I was upset. So I wanted to just let you guys know, make sure that you're flexible. There are going to be so many things that don't go the way that you want them to go. And instead of getting upset and instead of being hurt by that, just be flexible, move with it. Another thing you could really do is to create an alternate plan. So always have a plan A, always have a plan B, but also, girl, throw plan C in there just in case, because you may have to rely on the plan C in order to get things done. Okay? So that was number one, being flexible. Number two, girl, know your finances, set your budget, and stick to it. I failed. I failed miserably at this one. So for my wedding, I had a lot of help. I had help from my husband's family. I had help from my family. I paid for a lot of things myself. My husband paid for some things, but we definitely went over budget. And a lot of it was because of the venue that we chose. So our venue was a DIY venue, and DIY means we have the shell of the building and you have to provide everything else. So that made it difficult for us because we had to provide tables, we had to provide chairs, we had to provide food, we had to provide drinks, we had to provide cups and silverware and all the little nuances that you don't really think about. We had to provide all of that stuff. So I would say definitely when you're setting your budget and you're figuring out what we can afford, you have to account for, if you're going to say, I'm going to go and do a DIY venue. Okay, well, what's the theme of your wedding? What are you trying to do? What do you want it to look like? But also, what is your venue going to give you, right? Because that's where you should always start, is at the venue. So what is your venue going to give you, right? Just to help you stay on budget and to keep as much money as you can, because the thing about it is you have the wedding is one day, and then you have to live and you have to, start your married life, right? So you want to make sure that you know your finances and you set a reasonable budget. The next one is to just make sure that you identify who your help is, right? So for me, I was blessed to have a wonderful mother who, one of her hobbies has always been to do weddings and wedding planning. So that was a blessing. And then I also had another blessing, which a lot of women can't say this, is that my mother-in-law was also amazing, and she maybe didn't know things about wedding planning and that sort of thing, but she wanted to help. Whatever she could do to help, however she could help, to be there, to support me, to support our family, to support this new, life together. She was willing to be supportive. And so those two people were the main people who were my help. But also just having my bridesmaids. Most of my bridesmaids were amazing, and they were very helpful when they could be. Sometimes, financially they couldn't help with doing certain things, but mentally, physically, emotionally, they were there for me. In addition to my fiance's groomsmen's wives, they were also amazing, and they were willing to help and be, whatever they could be, whenever they could be it. So definitely identifying who your help is going to be and lean on those people, productive helpers. The next one, and this one I didn't experience as much as some people that I watched in bridal groups and things, but I did experience a little bit of it. You may lose friends. You may lose relationships with family members. You may lose people when you are starting to plan a wedding. And I don't know what it is about weddings, but you definitely may lose people. For us, we really did have a strong party around us. We have strong family members. We have, pastors and prayerful people around us. I did lose one of my bridesmaids during this process.
We also had one groomsman drop out of our wedding party as well.
And I'm not exactly sure, what happened. It's neither here nor there, but it was a difficult situation because we were really good friends. And, I don't know what happened. And I never got a straight answer about it. So, you may lose people, and you have to be okay with that, and you have to keep going, and you have to still be like, well, this is my wedding, and I want it to still be the best experience that it can be. So I would definitely just be mindful that you may lose people. Planning, girl. So plan, but be flexible. And also, when you're planning, you need to make sure that you realize that you need to give yourself more time than what you originally thought. Let me say that again. Whatever that task is, make sure you give yourself, if you're creating your timeline of when you need to get things done, make sure you give yourself a little bit more time for every task than what you've given yourself. I thought it was only going to take me, a month and a half to find my dress. It took me a long time to find my dress. I went to about 10 or 15 dress shops. We went through a terrible experience with finding dresses to the point where I literally wanted to give up and just not get married because I couldn't find a dress. Give yourself time. And it's not just the dress that I had issues with. It was the dress. It was finding a DJ. It was finding a person to do my hair. It was finding a makeup artist. It was so many things that I struggled with, and I didn't give myself enough time for. So definitely make sure you're giving yourself enough time. Make sure you give yourself enough time, girl. So again, with being flexible, even if you plan everything perfectly to a T, 100%, even if you plan everything right, something's going to go wrong. Something is going to go wrong. And 99.997% of the time, nobody knows it but you. Nobody knows it but you and the inner circle of people that you have around you helping you with whatever you got helping you. If you don't have help, the only person that's really going to know that it went wrong was you. Okay? Keep that in mind. Something's going wrong, and I got to be okay with it, and nobody's going to know but me. It's good. Just know that something's going wrong. This was one I struggled with, and I'm telling you, don't struggle with this because I feel so sad that I struggle with it. Document everything. Document any correspondence that you have. Document experiences that you have. Document everything. Write memories. Take pictures. Take videos. I forgot about this stuff. I forgot to take the pictures and the videos. I forgot to write the memories down because it was blowing by so quickly, and I was running out of time so much. Like, I just forgot to write things down, to record things, to take pictures. I forgot. So please do yourself a favor so that you can remember the experience and 100% document everything. Vetting your vendors. Girl, when I tell you that I had issues with the guy that recorded my live streamer, I had issues with my photographer, I had issues with my hairstylist, I ended up doing my own makeup by myself. It was a lot. It was a lot. I had a lot of issues. A lot of things went wrong. Make sure you vet your vendors, and I'll talk about this in another video. And then the last one is just enjoy every single minute of your experience. Please, girl, enjoy the experience. If it feels like you can't enjoy it, set it down, walk away from it, and do something else, and then come back to it. But enjoy what is going on. because if you're like me, you're only going to do this once. If my husband and I don't make it, which we will, because if we can get through what we're going through right now, we can get through anything. But if that was the case, I'm never getting married again. So enjoy the experience, take your pictures, take your videos, write things down, and love what you're going through and what you're doing. This is a gift from God. Enjoy every moment of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. I'm getting ready to run out of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. I love you. I'm going to do some more videos like this. But for now, I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.